Personally, I do not have any vendetta. You know, vendetta is when you want to do something wrong to someone. You know, I do not have any vendetta in my heart, but I have to speak my truth also. I'm also a human being. I'm supposed to express myself. Those are my birds here. They can also express themselves. But the thing is, I cannot live in pretense.
People must stop pretending on the video. And me at this, I've been speaking so many times. I don't mind how things going, but people must stop pretending the video. Completely, I don't want to call some people lying, but pretending is not good.
Yo, from Kenya, East Africa, MORAA speaking truth. You feel me? Time to clear the air, set things straight. Let's go. I am MORAA from the motherland speaking. Truth teller, reality seeker. Not a backbiter, I'm a believer in honesty, authenticity, I'm a teacher. Social media, streets need cleaning. All these lies got people screaming, but I'm here to educate, illuminate. Clear the air, make it fair, demonstrate. Truth over lies, facts over fiction. I refute the nonsense, that's my mission. Truth teller, that's who I chose to be. Truth teller, setting people free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. It's MORAA, your African daughter.
Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing great. Now, I saw we also Marua come out. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, where he came and spoke about two of his close friends betraying him. And, you know, for a long while, you know, everything was silent. Personally, I thought that Marua had decided not to, you know, talk about it anymore. But yesterday, you know, during Marua's live stream, somebody asked a question and it triggered this whole thing. Marua came out and, you know, in a bid to answer this question, he spilled the tea. Now, we have seen Mayugno come out to respond to I Am Marua. And he has said quite a number of things, you know. And in this response to Marua, he clearly stated that he did not betray anybody. You know, he is not a betrayer and he is not whom somebody is purporting him to be. In fact, at some point, I heard him say that people are liars. Did he say that? Did he say something like that? Somebody correct me. Or he was talking about somebody else. Guys, I hate to think that he was saying that about Marua. Guys, hey, people are liars out there. Hey, guys, hey, wonders never cease. You know, guys, one thing I realized is that this Mayugno is a bold, you know, dry-eyed Mayugno. You know, normally when people accuse him of anything, Mayugno will come out, he'll even be shedding tears, you know. But I did not see any tears in this video. You know, he was talking about, I have been crying, you know, I cried the whole night last night. I've been crying the whole day today. I've just been crying. But his eye to me looked, you know, very dry. Like nobody, I mean, somebody who hasn't been crying, you know. Or rather, he did not cry in the video, guys. You all know how Mayugno does it, you know. And so, he came out, as we can see, boldly. And he spoke about he is actually a family member. You know, he considers himself as a family member to the Marua family. And he was so surprised, you know, that somebody has come out to the internet to say betrayal, I don't know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He actually said blah, blah, blah. So he was very surprised. You know, he was shocked to see somebody come out to the internet to talk about he has been betrayed. Can you imagine, guys? Somebody coming out. Hey, guys, where? Now, Mayugno is saying, you know, he does not understand why somebody is coming out here. And yet, this person is pretending. You know, this person is pretending because he does not want to make amends. He does not want a solution to be found, because Mayugno is saying that he has been calling this person. You know, he has been calling this person. Of course, we know the person is Marua. So he said that he has been calling Marua, trying to get a solution to this problem. He has been trying to reach out to Marwa through his friends. He has been trying to reach Marwa through the subscribers. He has been trying to reach Marwa through his family members. He has tried all avenues to reach Marwa so that they can talk, iron things out, and make amends, you know, come up with a solution. But what does Marwa do? Marwa ignores him. You know, Marwa is pretending not to see that this guy is trying to get a solution. You know, according to Mayugno, Marwa has been ignoring him. Marwa does not want to see him. Marwa does not want to talk to him. You know, until now Mayugno is frustrated. He does not know what to do. Guys, I understand why Marwa is feeling the way he is feeling. It is because he feels betrayed. And Mayugno, you should understand why Marwa came out, you know, to talk about this thing. It is because it is eating him up. And by the way, Marwa did not even try, you know, he did not even start talking about this thing. It is somebody who asked a question. You know, and Marwa said very clearly that he does not want to pretend, you know, that everything is okay and it's not. He does not want somebody to ask him a question. You know, why aren't you going to Nico Buddha's construction site? He does not want to lie. He does not want to pretend. He had to say the truth about, you know, he had to respond to that person truthfully. And the truth is, Nico Buddha did something that he did not like. And so he decided he will not be engaging with him anymore. You know, he does not want anything to do with him and his friend Mayugno. Guys, let us listen to what Marwa said first of all, you know, about this, you know, him coming out clean. He does not want to corner. He does not want to pretend.
I know yesterday you guys saw my video called Man Alone. One thing I want to clarify is, personally, I do not have any vendetta. You know, vendetta is when you want to do something wrong to someone. You know, I do not have any vendetta in my heart, but I have to speak my truth also. I'm also a human being. I'm supposed to express myself. Those are my birds here. They can also express themselves, but the thing is, I cannot live in pretense. No, because if you ask me why are you not visiting this person, that person, I want to tell you the truth.
Yes, indeed, that's very true. You know, Marwa is also a human being. He has a right to express himself. He has a right to say something that is bothering him to his audience. You know, he has a right to do so. Mayugno also has a right to do so, you know, even according to Marwa. And so express himself, you know, Mayugno did. And this is what he had to say.
Me, I've never betrayed anyone. It is too painful to me, and I don't know how to start to explain myself. I don't know how to make this and the people can see, because I don't have that energy, I don't have that power to speak about myself. I don't have that energy. I don't have any power to speak about the Guy family. And in that time, to explain myself about that issue, I don't know how, because I've been really trying my best. I have been really trying my best to make a solution. But the only things I get is I'm look shameless. I don't know how can I say. I've really tried to speak with someone but don't want to hear anything from you. And have you really tried to make peace with someone but you don't want that peace, you know? So for me, it's not something that is new for me. For now on the internet is like, yeah, this is how people see me. And I don't want to explain. I don't want to start do something like For me, I don't know even how to start to explain myself. But this is how it is, you guys see. Is only God can speak for us.
Mayugno, you are saying that, you want to make peace with somebody, but the person doesn't want peace with you? Why? What did you do? You want to make solutions, you want solutions to this problem. What is the problem? Guys, are you seeing a disconnect like me? You are talking about you want to make amends. You are talking about you want to make peace with this person. You're talking about this person does not want to see you. Guys, at some point, Mayugno was talking about he is also a human being. Some people think that they are the only ones who are human beings, but even him and others are also human beings. Why? What happened? Guys, at some point, I heard Mayugno saying that this thing that we are seeing on the internet, we are seeing it now, but there's a lot more that's been happening, behind the scenes for a long period of time. And according to Mayugno, this thing of betrayal is not the thing. This person who is Marwa is actually angry at him for other reasons. Did I understand him well, guys? Because Mayugno, we all know, how he speaks. I might, misinterpret what he said. But guys, at some point, didn't he say that? Like there's more to the story than what we are seeing, right now. There's more than meets the eye. Somebody let me know. So my question to Mayugno is, why is this person refusing to see you? Why is this person refusing to make amends? Why is this person, not wanting to associate with you anymore? I guess to answer my question, Mayugno said that even if he comes out with his truth, it's not going to change anything. It is not going to make any difference. So he would rather just pray about it. He would rather just keep to himself, keep all the stuff to himself. And I'm wondering, guys, what is this guy talking about? Guys, Mayugno, to me, and this is my opinion, he came out as somebody who has got a lot more stuff that, he wants to tell the world, but he is, he just cannot. Because of whatever reasons, he came out to say that he has got a lot of stuff, reading between the lines, I feel like he feels like Marwa, has been having some vendetta, some grudge, some issues with him for some time. And he seems to know what the issues are. But he chooses to keep them to himself. Guys, he also knows that people are going to unsubscribe. Maybe that is the reason why. He cannot talk a lot. But already those who want to unsubscribe have already started unsubscribing, I don't think there's anything that he can say that would make people unsubscribe more. Guys. Because the person who wants to unsubscribe has already unsubscribed. So, I feel like this whole thing, there's some sort of misunderstanding between the two of them, To Marwa, maybe this is the problem, that betrayal about the sale of the land and, Mayugno and Nico Buddha buying it, To Marwa, that is the problem. But to Mayugno, it seems as though there's a lot more than that he thinks Marwa has against him, And I strongly believe that on Marwa's side, he actually does not feel that way. He only has one item, if you ask him. But Mayugno seems to think that it is a lot more. There's a lot more going on, guys.
And to tell people the truth, I don't think will make me feel safe and everything. I don't think. It's only to keep myself in the prayer and be strong. There are people will unsubscribe and they will say 1, 2, 3. Everyone can judge the way you want. But me, I can say I can say in time of God, He's always speak. But the only me I can say, you know, in my life, I'm here to win. I'm here to win. I'm not here to lose. In this life, I'm here to win. And I learn from today to build the tomorrow. Is that what I believe? And I've never been ungrateful. I've never betrayed anyone. To be called me betrayed, I can say in my life, that is name. Everyone can have it. And as we are a human, we can going through a lot. And nobody can speak for us, because me, I believe in my career where I am today, this is where my foundation coming from. To start today, come and explain myself how things going and how things can I do. I will put some others damage, okay, and I will come and explain myself how I was not like this, I was not like this, but will not make anything happen peaceful, because I have been really tried that. And I speak this with the elder people, especially who watching me, because they know how things going, especially in this life.
It is shocking to hear Mayugno say that now I know, whom I was dealing with. I didn't know whom I was dealing with, but this kind of situation that has happened has now made me know whom I have been dealing with. So Mayugno did not know Marwa before. So now is when Mayugno is knowing Marwa. Guys, while watching this, I watched Marwa, and of course I was, this thought also came to my mind. I remembered when Mayugno spoke about how he used to work for people, and blocking their sewage, their latrines or something like that. He spoke about going into like the hole itself, and guys, you can imagine this is a sewage. So I was just thinking to myself, if somebody has gotten me from the sewage, guys, if somebody got me from the sewage, actual sewage, guys, I think I would be acting a little differently, for real, because I got the I got the feeling that Mayugno is kind of sending a message. Guys, non-verbal communication is very strong. And I was getting the vibe that, what, I really don't need you. I'm, you just do your thing. Let me do my thing. Actually, he said that at some point, like everybody, let everybody concentrate on building their brand. Everybody's working hard. Everybody's doing their own thing. Like, hey, dude, stay on your lane. Let me stay in mine. Like, what is it? I got that kind of vibe, guys. This is somebody who got me from the sewage, guys. If I find something, somebody wants to buy, I even want to buy that land, and this person says, MORAA, you can buy another one, I will leave it for him. Guys, somebody who got me from the sewage. My God. Now I can afford a Range Rover. Now I can build houses. Now I can go to Nairobi, be with Vin, in this place, live in this beautiful, beautiful place. Guys, I feel like, he has got an attitude. Is it just me, guys? Somebody let me know. Maybe I am seeing my own things. And then, guys, I got the vibe that he is actually, you know how they say that, is it a rat? It bites you as it blows, on you, so that you don't feel the pain. Because he was coming out strong, and then he turns around and, uses these nice words, like when he said, I didn't know whom I was dealing with. Some people think they're the ones who are always right and all this stuff. And then he turns around and says, but I love him. He is my brother. I'll forever love him. We are together going to be in the same village. In fact, when we go to the village, we're going to see each other, and people should stop coming between us, because we know each other. We live in the same village. We know how we're going to sort our things out. Guys, let me know what kind of vibe you got, from his his explanation, from his defense. He really did not defend himself much, because he said even if he says whatever he will say, it will not make a difference. But what kind of vibe did you get, guys? Let me know down in the comments section.
When you try to, or you see you went wrong to someone, or you feel someone went wrong to you, you always try to tell him or let him know or her know that these things is wrong. And at the end of the day, there are people don't want them to be corrected. They all see that themselves they are right. They are doing right each and every single day. Nothing they're doing wrong. And for me, I've been really trying to looking the solution since day one. Things like that happen. I've been really trying to looking the solution, and I was number one person stand to make a solution. So now my name is on damage. Everyone call me different names the way they want. For me, I don't take badly, but me, I always stand with people who handle my hands. As long as now is bad, that situation will pass, but us will remain a family. We will still there, because you can't tell me that is the boundary. That is not boundary. It's only that make you to know each other, that this is who I am dealing with. Because the situation make you to know each other, that this is the person who I'm dealing with. So for me, make me as a lesson, is a big lesson which one I learn, and also is a very big, tough challenge I'm passing through that lesson. So for me, I can say let us God pray for that. And I've been speak with some different people of his friend. A lot, even they know they're watching this. I speak with his family's member. No solution has happened. The only things I found I'm ignoring, they assume, and then nothing make it happen, And we have really tried. And I was so surprised, because I found that I don't know how to start, and I don't want to speak about it. So let us, me as a man, to cry. I've been really cry a lot. Even yesterday, I've been really cry a lot, because it's so painful. For me, I feel like it has been create something on my side, but it is not stopping me loving someone. I love him. He's my brother, and I will keep loving him, as long as bad or good.
And before I forget, I saw Mayugno's community page, and he has made a post talking about people. I know a lot has been said on the streets, but wanting to pull down my YouTube channel by reporting it is not the solution. My goodness, some people are radical. People are actually reporting his channel. Oh my goodness, guys. Things are thick on the streets. Mayugno went on to talk about brands, He said that everybody is protecting his brand. Everybody has worked hard to build his brand to where it is right now. Everybody, has done this stuff for himself. Guys, Mayugno, you're forgetting, that you are given a ready audience. You are given ready subscribers. Marwa used to root for this guy. Please guys, subscribe to Mayugno. People subscribe like crazy, unlike anybody else. And that is the truth. Mayugno has had it easy. Of course, at some point, he had to start working very hard, But in the beginning, this guy had it smooth, all the way. And not many people have that kind of privilege on YouTube. Oh my goodness. It is not easy. My God. So he came out to talk about how everybody, is working hard for their brand. Everybody's working hard. What the heck? Guys, he went on to say that he does not want to call people liars. But what he can say is that people should stop pretending on video. People should stop coming out here, pretending to want something, and yet they want the opposite. You know, Marwa is pretending that he wants peace. Marwa is pretending that he wants, happiness. He wants togetherness. Marwa wants harmony, but he wants the opposite of all that. You know, he is pretending. He is a pretender because he has refused to answer his calls. He has refused to, attend to him. He has refused to associate with him. So now Marwa is a pretender by coming out to his video, to tell the world that he has been betrayed. So guys, I again want to repeat this question to Mayugno. You have been, Marwa is saying that he has been betrayed. In what way? You want to make amends? Why? You want peace? For what? Okay, peace, yeah, you can want peace for everything. But guys, you understand what I'm saying, because he is complaining that this person is refusing, to attend to him. This person is refusing to have a rapport with him. So I'm asking him, why? Because guys, my thing is, I expected him to come and say, this person is saying that I have betrayed him. He has said this story, but that is not true, because I did A, B, C, D. I bought the land, or I did not buy that land. It is Nico Buddha who bought the land. Nico Buddha is not the one who bought the land. It is me and somebody else. And Nico Buddha bought it because of A, B, C, D. And you understand, like some sort of explanation. But when you just come out and say a flat, I am not, I'm not a betrayer. I did not do this. This person is pretending on camera. This person has refused to talk to me. Guys, does it mean that he is admitting to doing this stuff? Is that the reason why he is reaching out to Marwa to apologize, to make amends, is that the reason why he is reaching out to Marwa? Because he admits to doing this that Marwa is accusing him of. You understand what I'm trying to say? So coming out to just say, I am not this, and yet somebody has accused you of something, and without a proper explanation, now that leads me to believe, it leads me to believe that what Marwa said was true. But then again, I'm also finding it funny because he expects, to do Marwa wrong, and he must listen to him. When he calls, Marwa must answer after wronging him. But he is saying he did not wrong him. Then what is his explanation? Mayugno, what is your explanation to all this? You cannot just come out and say you never did it, and then you start talking so much. Marwa is a pretender. Marwa is faking stuff on video. He is pretending he, this. You are now knowing whom you are dealing with. Everybody has their own brand. All this talk, but yet you're not addressing the real issue. Guys, that is how I saw it. The real issue has not been addressed here. I don't know up to this moment. What Mayugno is talking about. Because he is talking around the problem. He is not hitting at the real problem, guys. My question again to Mayugno is it true that you and Nico Buddha went behind Marwa's back and secretly bought this land that Marwa had already negotiated for D. Mwango? Is that true? But just coming out to say no, I am not a betrayer. Then what happened? What really happened? And guys, I have heard from the grapevine. I have heard from the grapevine that Mayugno is saying that he did not know that land was being bought or land was being sold. He says that he was in Mombasa when this whole thing was happening. He has no idea what is going on. As a matter of fact, when he came back from Mombasa, to pick up his Range Rover. Remember when he went to Mombasa and they came back with a Range? Yes, that time. So he says that time he was in Mombasa. He came back. He found that Buddha had bought land, and he was out there happy for Buddha. You have bought extra land. That is so cool. Congratulations, and all this stuff. Mayugno is saying that he was not there. He was not there. when this land was being bought or sold or whatever it is. He did not witness anything. He never signed any documents. So how does he come in, at this moment? Why are people, including him in what he does not know anything about? Guys, that is what the grapevine out there is saying. Oh my goodness. So according to Mayugno again, Nico Buddha did not know that 𝐷𝐼𝐄 wanted that land. Nico Buddha did not know that this land had already been negotiated for. And now, with all that, I ask myself, some few questions. Marwa said that he actually called these people for a meeting. Him, Nico Buddha, and Mayugno. And they agreed that they would sell that land back to 𝐷𝐼𝐄. Right? That is what Marwa said. But now, listening to Mayugno say that he really is looking for Marwa and Marwa is not responding is funny, because what happened? Didn't they have that meeting? What transpired in that meeting? Why isn't Mayugno saying that? Or is he trying to say that Marwa is lying? Because at some point he was saying, I don't want to call people liars and blah, blah. So is he saying that that meeting never took place? Because if that meeting took place, then they should have sorted everything out. Why is he looking for Marwa now? Why is he calling Marwa now? For Marwa to ignore him. It is because Marwa had already given him a chance to talk to him. They had already agreed on something of which they turned around and did the opposite. So Marwa is fed up and tired of these kinds of people, and their lies. So unless Mayugno comes out and explains, something, Marwa explained everything, very clearly. Unless Mayugno comes and explains, rather than coming out to say, even if I say, it will not make a difference, it will not change anything. No. Then what's the point of coming out to say half stuff? Guys, it is funny. It doesn't make sense. So for me, first of all, Mayugno has not addressed the main issue. Number two, I want to know, with all this, didn't they have a meeting? The meeting that Marwa talked about. Didn't they agree that they were going to sell that land back to D? How is it that Mayugno is saying that Nico Buddha did not know that this land had been negotiated for and 𝐷𝐼𝐄 wanted it? How now? And Marwa states very clearly that he is the one who even told them, guys, that you see this land, my sister wants it and we are negotiating. She's going to buy it. So who is lying here, guys? Oh my goodness. What is going on? Until Mayugno comes out and clears the air very well, I just feel like he has gotten to a point where he's like, why am I even explaining to anybody about anything? Why am I even explaining to Marwa? I don't give a hoot, I don't care. And I think that's the point where he has reached. I think that he feels like, I already have my stuff. I have my life set, I'm moving forward. I really think I'm okay. At this point, I have reached where I wanted to reach. Guys, what do you all think? Drop your thoughts down in the comment section below, because guys, this is something else. This is something else. Mayugno has said in his video that he is the one who respects Marwa the most. And that's what we thought. But what I'm seeing right now is that attitude of, he is coming out like, I'm tired. Like I'm tired of, whatever. And it's like Marwa it's like he has been persevering. And now he's like, oh my gosh, enough is enough. I'm done. And he is coming out to say this. And yet, he is the one who is being accused of being on the wrong. Guys, I'll be honest with you. When I saw Marwa, make that statement in his video, whereby he said that, I just did that video, but I do not have any vendetta with anyone. I'm not intending to pull anybody down. I just don't have a problem with anyone. Marwa came out I actually felt sorry for him, you know. It's as if people are doing stuff to him, and then they're making him look like the bad guy, you know. He has to come out and sort of sound like he is apologizing, you know, and yet he is the one who has been wronged. Guys, I saw the comment section of Mayugno, and I feel like so many people, you know, or rather, let me say, some people, you know, his subscribers have taken offense, and the kind of advice they were writing to Mayugno, some of them were even insulting Marwa. You know, people are saying, oh, Marwa is not God. Marwa is not, I don't know, or, you know, whatever. Who does he think he is? Others are even insulting Marwa in Swahili. Guys, I just saw that comment section and I was like, this is so bad. And I hate to believe, you know, that some of those people are actually people who knew Mayugno through Marwa. You know, now they want to turn against Marwa because of Mayugno. You know, according to them, Mayugno has been wronged. You know, and this makes me feel like this is the problem of sharing your audience. Imagine this audience that Marwa has worked so very hard for, you know, to acquire. Then Marwa comes out and shares this audience to people like this. And now there are some people who will dissociate themselves with Marwa and stick by Mayugno. You know, and yet this person had started with Marwa many, many years ago. My point is, this is such a disadvantage to Marwa. Because somehow, when these people come out to do these kinds of things to him, when he reacts, now some of the audience gets split. Guys, you remember this foundation woman, this one of Gintu's foundation person. Is it Mama Tandi? The one who was saying that, yes, it's Mama Tandi, the one who was saying that she hosted D. Mwango in her house. Remember, she said she was Team Marwa, she was supporting Marwa and the family. But now see, she said that when Marwa fired Gintu, that is when she dissociated herself, her and her family dissociated themselves from Marwa and started following Gintu. Can you imagine, guys? So this is how Marwa's audience has been split over the years. And that is why, that is another reason, in my observation, you know, and my opinion, that is another reason why Marwa's channel is stagnating, you know, at the moment, because there's a lot of this wrangling between subscribers and content creators and people falling out with each other and all this stuff. I mean, Marwa should just, like he said, just do his thing, you know, just stop this whole supporting stuff. I mean, like he said, in 2026, let him just be a bit selfish. Let him look at himself and his family, guys. If he does not do this, then he is also hurting his channel in some way. I mean, that's just my opinion, guys. I don't know what you all think. Please drop your thoughts also down in the comments section. You know, let us have a discussion. I am so happy about my previous video. You guys came out, you gave a lot of your thoughts, your opinions. I mean, it was late, you know, we shared, and it was really awesome, you know. So please drop your thoughts once again. Let us continue with our discussions in the comments section. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, this is your moment. Please hit the subscribe button and join this amazing family. And I just want to welcome each and every one who is new, you know, who has subscribed to this channel, you know, and you are a new subscriber. I just want to say thank you so very much and feel most welcome. To my returning subscribers, you guys already know you're the best. Guys, let us meet in the next video. Bye-bye.
Lame and toothless, that's what you are. Truth shining bright like a star. I give and take, I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. truth is what I got to give. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. It's MORAA, your African daughter.